Now, so let us begin our meditation by paying respect to a triple gem together. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Puttang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Sawakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅgho Saṅghang Namami ท่านธรรมยังพุทธัสสะภะคะวะโตโอปภาคณมการังกะโรมะเสนะโมทัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมทัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมทัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะบ่าว bow, bow.
Let us bow this moment to pay respect to the teaching one together. Bow, bow, bow.
All right. Let us begin our meditation together. Meditation is utmost important and necessary for every life because we are always under the two operating laws that governs all life and every being. The law of karma that dictates our well-being and the events in our life that no one can deviate from, can escape from, regardless if it's a fortunate or an unfortunate event. We all are the inheritor of our own karma. Only the good nature and its good system that will be able to help, aid, take care, and support our life, bring it toward happiness, success, and fulfillment, and all that's wholesome and wonderful. Apart from the good nature, the other two, which are the unwholesome and the not good, not bad nature, will not provide any value nor benefit into our life. Even worse, if it's the unwholesome nature, it will bring about suffering, consequences, and disasters, suffering, problems, and obstacles in our life. This, the battle between the three natures, is categorized under the second law, the law of the three characteristics, which are wholesome, unwholesome, and neither not good, not bad. The three characteristics or the three natures that at every moment brawl among one another to take control of your mind. Whichever nature is quicker, whichever nature have more refinement than the other, that nature is able to enter into our mind. If it's the good nature, our life will, it will bring our life toward happiness, success, and fulfillment, all things wholesome, beautiful. If it's the unwholesome nature, it will do the complete opposite, bring about suffering, consequence, and disaster. While the not good, not bad nature will simply burn away resources, not bringing any value nor benefit, nor it will hurt and destroy our life. The Lord Buddha, that's why we see that it's utmost important and necessary for us to learn, study, and practice, to be one together with the good nature and the good system, which more than 2,500 years ago, the Lord Buddha have taught about this specific point to the noble monks. He taught that monks, may you intend to know clearly in the body, feelings, thoughts, and emotion for the purpose to eradicate entirely the desires and aversion of the world. The Lord Buddha have taught us to intend. Intend here means to target, specify, have focus on to, so that we can go in to perceive, to know. Intent is to target, specify, or focus so that we can go into perceive, to know, to be in awareness of it. Wherever we intend, specify, target, or focus on, our mind will be placed at that specific location that you have specified. And then the sphere of awareness, which is the state of awareness, will arise within your mind, illuminating that, brightening up that, the location in which you specify. Wherever you place your mind into the sphere of awareness, which is the state of awareness, will illuminate at that point, at that location. The stream of good energy, the flow of good energy, stream in from the center of that right sphere of awareness inside your mind at that location. The flow, the stream of good energy that streams in from the bright sphere of awareness inside your mind will cleanse out the impurity, which are the elements that hide and shroud at that area, at that location where you have intended or specified to be. The stream of good energy will cleanse out the impurities, which are elements that hide and shroud that area, that location, decreasing it until it is cleared out. Once impurities are cleared out, we will then be able to enter its inner dimension. At which point the sphere of awareness or the state of awareness will evolve into the sphere of thorough awareness or the state of thorough awareness. When you enter into that new refined space at that location, once the impurities are cleared out, once the element that hide and shroud are cleared out, it will feel like entering a room, even though it is still dark, hazy and blurry, but the sphere of thorough awareness or the state of thorough awareness that's right within your mind will grant you the ability to feel, to sense thoroughly of the space that you're in. Feel the space, the sensation within that space. The flow or the stream of good energy will still continue to flow in from the center of that bright sphere of thorough awareness, or from the center of the state of thorough awareness, continuing to cleanse out the impurities in that space, which are the elements that hide and shroud, brightening it up, eradicating the darkness, giving way to brightness. And once the impurities, which are the element that hides and shroud in that space, are cleared out, the good system softened and cleared all out, then once again you'll be able to liberate or escape that space into a deeper, refined space than the previous one. This going to happen in the background every time, every second that you are, every moment that you are with the good system, with the state of awareness. The Lord Buddha has specified 4 different phases of the mind, taught us to intend, to know clearly at the body, feelings, thought and emotion. In terms of body, you can choose, decide or specify any parts of your body, any part specifically, or simply can know the general area or being aware of yourself. You can intend to focus or be in awareness of your legs in contact with the mats, the tips of your fingers connecting on your lap, or the walls of your belly that is expanding with every inhale and contracting with every exhale, or your breath. Now, when you intend to know of your breathing, your mind will be placed inside your nostril, where the sphere of awareness or the state of awareness arises inside your mind, granting you the ability to feel, to sense, to perceive, to know. Once, when we breathe in short, we know that it's a short inhale. When we breathe in long, we know that it's a long inhale. When we breathe out short, we know that it's a short exhale. And when we breathe out long, we know that it is a long exhale. This method is called concentration of the breath or anapanasati. You can choose to also intend to perceive, to feel, to know of the walls of your stomach. When you breathe in, it stretches as your stomach expands. When you breathe out, it contracts as, as your stomach contracts inwards. It can be anywhere really in the body that we feel familiar, easy, simple for ourselves. All that we want is the sphere of awareness or the state of awareness. So that good energy can flow in from this right sphere of awareness to power and run, to power the good system that will clear out the impurities, which are the origin or the cause of all the chaos, difficulties, and hardship, creating all the problems and obstacles, and suffering. But once, but when we remain with the state of awareness and the constant flow of the good energy, able to soften, decrease the amount of impurities, then we will perceive the decrease of difficulties and hardship, as well as problems and obstacles. But when the stream of good energy is able to eradicate the impurities out completely, the suffering, difficulties, hardship, problems, and obstacles will also be cleared out and eradicated as well. This is in terms of the body. In terms of the mind, the Lord Buddha specified at 3 different location or bases, starting with the feeling or vedana. It is the outer layer of our mind that the nature, the three natures of that whenever one of the three natures was able to seize the moment and enter into our mind, we will know of their presence at the feeling, at this outer layer of the mind. And because there are only three natures that are able to enter in and possess the mind, we can only feel one of the three feelings. We will be able to feel the present trees, comfort and present feeling. Whenever the wholesome or good nature was able to seize the moment, become more refined faster than the other two, and enter into our mind. When they enter in, they present their characteristics or property in their mind, in our mind. And when we intend to perceive it, we will perceive their presence while the feeling of pleasantries and comfort. But if the unwholesome nature was able to beat out, seize the moment, and enter into our mind, we will know of their presence through their property that are exhibited in our mind, which are suffering. Suffering is a feeling that you have to endure. It's hard to endure. Suffering, which is a feeling that you have to endure, hard to endure, is the characteristic, a property of the unwholesome nature. But when the not good, not bad nature is able to seize the moment and entered in and possess our mind, we will feel neither of the pleasantries nor the suffering. It is a neutral feeling. Neutral feeling, neither pleasant nor hard to endure, difficult to endure. But this neutral is different than neutrality or equanimity, which is one of the characteristic or property of the good, of the wholesome nature. The equanimity or neutrality of the good nature will allow you to still perceive the pleasantries or the suffering that's present in your mind. But without making your mind waver, shake, become shaken or scattered around. Able to feel, to sense, to perceive the pleasantries and the feeling of suffering, something you have to endure, hard to endure without shaking, disturbing or wavering your mind. Instead of scattered, your mind will be composed and balanced. But if the feeling that we are with, the sensation that we are with is suffering, which is the feeling that you have to endure, hard to endure, then the Lord Buddha have given teaching on this specific point. He taught that suffering, which is a feeling that you have to endure, hard to endure, is there for you to is there for you to simply know. So simply intend to be in awareness of it, and that's it. Because the suffering that is originated from the impurities that exist, once we intend to be in awareness of it, the mind, or when we focus on it, the mind will be placed at that location, the sphere of awareness. The state of awareness arises in your mind, and the stream of good energy streams in from that bright sphere, illuminating that area and cleansing out the impurities in that area. Once impurities decreases, the pain or suffering decreases. And when impurities are eradicated, so does the feeling that you have to endure, how to endure. This is in terms of the feeling, not in terms of the mind or of the thought. You can use the word mind, thought, or consciousness, but in terms of the thought, it is the sounds of thinking, and the sounds of thinking that you hear in your mind. It is there whenever any nature is able to seize the moment and enter into your mind to take control of it. That nature, they will bring to, with them their thought or their thinking and their emotion. The thinking of the nature will appear, can be heard as thinking in our mind, as voices of thinking in our mind. The voices of thought, the voice of thinking or idea, thinking. If it's the good nature that sees the moment, enter into our mind, took control of it, they will bring wholesome, positive, wholesome thought thinking with them into our mind, and we can hear those wholesome, positive thought thinking in our mind. But similarly, if it's the bad nature that able to seize the moment, enter, take control of our mind, they will bring unwholesome and negative thought thinking inserted into our mind, and we hear it inside our mind. Not only thought, but emotion as well. This is called cetasik or mental factor or property. which are the, you can say, the emotion, the mood or the emotion of that thought. Not only that the nature brought their thought or their thinking with them, but they also brought in the emotion or the mood of the thought. This thought emotion comes together as a package, coupled together. The emotion that we feel, the mood that we sense, are the mood emotion of that thought. For example, if it is the bad nature that enter into our mind, they are negative, unwholesome thought, will be accompanied with unwholesome mental factor. For example, with greed, hatred, delusion, lust, and the five hindrances, for example. Similarly, if it's the good nature that enter into our mind, the emotion or the mood of the positive thought will be faith, belief, regard for consequences, shame for doing evil, lack of greed, lack of hatred, wisdom, tranquility, neutrality, for example. Why? Why did the Lord Buddha specify, direct us to intend to know clearly, mean to focus, to pay attention to, at our body, feeling, thought, and emotion? That's because when the nature operate, mastermind control us, they operate in our mind. We bring our attention into our mind to witness the truth and reality that's occurring right there, right in front of us. The truth of life, that everyone, every being, including ourselves, are controlled and mastermind by these three natures that came into our mind with their body, feeling, thought, and emotion, happening at every present moment, occurring at every present moment. The purpose, apart from observing, intend to know clearly, to observe the operation of the three natures inside our mind, that mastermind and control our life and life of humanity and every being. The Buddha stated clearly, the purpose is to eradicate, eliminate entirely the desires and aversion of the world. Because when there is pleasantries that come in contact, that our mind come in contact with, or unpleasantries, suffering, something unpleasant that our mind come in contact with, Our mind is a tool to know. We will perceive whatever the mind perceives. So whenever there's pleasant trees and unpleasant trees, they come in contact with the mind and we perceive it. The bad nature that operate inside our mind, the bad nature will use those pleasantries and unpleasantries as an excuse to bring about and cultivate desire and aversion. Starting from with the thing that we like satisfy us, are pleasant. If the bad nature would then take those positive experiences. If it's the outside world, it'll be what we see, what we smell, hear, taste, and touch. On the inside world, and inside are the mood, emotion, Dhamma experiences. We'll take that and point and guide to cultivate liking, disliking, and desire that grows and grows and grows, turning to greed. When and use those the greed, the liking, the desire to pointly and guide you in doing what they want you to do. Now, when once these greed become more and more and more, you will lose all your senses and all your ability to control, falling into enslavement of the bad nature to operate inside your mind. And similarly, when we come in contact with unpleasant trees, something that we don't like, we don't want, the bad nature will use those as a talking point to cultivate hatred, annoyance, anger, irritation, growing into more and more into hatred, vengeance, more and more until once this hatred or vengeance outgrow us, become too much, too strong. We all our sense and control be lost, enslaved by the bad nature, able to cause to do anything because governed by hatred, vengeance. If it's the outside world, if you want, have desire, then you taking, snatching, stealing, from causing trouble for other people, not only item and material, money, but also people, destroying family and life, husband and wife, sons and daughters, don't care, or seek to destroy, get it off with hatred, things, people. Same with the inner world too. When we don't know, don't understand, that when impurities exist inside our mind, they are the one that causes all the problems and obstacles, creating an experience exhausting, tiring, chaotic, and suffering. When we don't know that, and the bad nature point, lead, and guide us, when we don't know that, and have hatred, dislike towards it, then the bad nature take this time to become your teacher, to teach and guide you on how to get rid of it. And the more you follow the teaching, the more confusing and chaotic it will be on the inside. The suffering that used to be little will be more. Point and guide you to use force to push out. Not so different. Whenever there are wholesome experiences, not good experiences, using the same playbook, but now with liking desire. When we have liking desire, the bad nature will appear in your mind, offer themselves up to be your teacher, telling you on ways and methods on how to get what you want to get faster, quicker, and more in quantity and quality. Tell you to use force, strength, pressure, all of this to hurt and destroy ourselves, our practice. So that, therefore, this latter half of the teaching is so important that we always have to keep in mind that the purpose, to the reason that we intend to know clearly in the body, feeling, thought, and emotion is to eradicate the desires and aversion of the world. This point is very important. Now, in terms of meditation, our great teachers and masters had advised us to bring our attention, our mind, to be at the center of our body, the seventh base of our mind, because this location is the location of the door, or the very first step onto the path, direct straight to the middle way, the the path, the direct path, middle way, straight to enlightenment and nibbana. Humanity, everyone around the world, seek for enlightenment, but no one knows the door that will lead them straight to enlightenment and nibbana. Not until Great Master Luang Pu put his life on the line to rediscover knowledge that have been lost not long after the Buddha's passing, which is the seventh phase of the mind. Is the only, it is said, it is the eighth and the only path that all the enlightened beings, all the Buddhas and silent Buddhas, noble beings, use the path they walk on to reach and attain Nibbana enlightenment. And we can get there simply by imagining having two strings. The first one from your belly button strung all the way back to your spine. And the other one from the left side of your body to the right side. These two strings intersect, creating a cross. Imagine placing both your index and your middle finger on that cross at that navel level. Above that cross, two finger width, meaning the width of your middle and index finger together is the seventh phase of the mind. We can bring our mind, our attention here, but to help with that, our great teacher Luang Por have recommend that we open our eyes just a tiny bit, tiny bit. Meaning when we close our eyes, close them softly and gently, but not completely. Close them enough to allow your eyelashes to touch, allowing a sliver of opening for light to come in. There are two benefits in this. The first one is will help with our imagination or visualization. The inner world, to be able to see the two strings, and to place our mind at a certain base. Just like the outside world, there must be light for us to be able to see. But because we haven't yet attained the light inside ourselves, we then have to rely on the external or outside light to somewhat help us. Imagine these two strings easier, and the crystal Buddha, the crystal ball at the seventh base of the mind. The other benefit is that when we allow lights to cross in, we will then, our mind will then be on a fence. Our mind will not be outside ourselves, nor it will be inside ourselves. It will be in between. When we have our eyes a little bit open, we'll be in between the inner world and the outer world. The benefit of this is that when the bad nature is enter into our mind and controlling, and able to control the mind, they will set up a trap with the hindrances called sleepiness, uh, sleepiness, drowsiness, which is a feeling trap, create this trap inside ourselves. Now, so when we close our eyes completely and we entered into the inner world inside ourselves, then it will be faced immediately with blurriness, haziness, drowsiness, heavier until you fall asleep, lose your consciousness. To prevent our mind from falling into the trap that the bad nature have placed using the impurities called drowsiness, sleepiness, we open up our eyes a little bit to stay right at the door of the inner world on the fence. Here, here, the strength of our awareness increases, and we will not fall into a trap and overwhelmed with sleepiness, drowsiness, blurriness. Here, we will use the mantra that our great teachers and master recommend, advise us to use. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang is a name. It is a universal law, noble truth, that whenever there's a name, there's a form. This name is a name given. It's a name of the property. The form is like a packaging or a container that holds the property. You can imagine a, a bottle of soda with no label, just a clear bottle of different sodas. So one orange, one white, one brown, one red, all in the same container, uh, a plastic bottle, but inside are different. We call each white container by the name, by what is inside of it. The container with the brown soda, we call it Coca-Cola or Pepsi. The white container, the clear container with the orange soda, we call it orange soda. And the clear container with the clear soda, we call it Sprite. And the clear container with the red soda, we call it strawberry soda or Fanta in Thailand. Orange Fanta, red Fanta, for example. The name is used to call the property inside the container, and the container we call it form. Name and form is together always. Outside of us, there are so many names for so many shapes, so many objects, but inside is different. All the wholesome property, all the positivity, wholesomeness, all 84,000 of them have the same shape, same form. All of it is a bright, clear sphere, like a bright crystal ball. All of them, all of them look the same outside, a bright, clear sphere, bright crystal ball. But but what's different on the inside? Each crystal ball houses a different property. One houses loving kindness. The other one houses compassion. The other one houses generosity, endurance, truthfulness, equanimity, generosity, for example. Once wholesomeness arises in our mind, the bright crystal sphere arises in our mind. But we will call that bright crystal ball by what's inside of it. Awareness, loving kindness, equanimity, for example. Similarly, all the unwholesome property have the same form, which is a black and dark, a black ball, like a black hole, black and dark, a sphere, all the same, but inside holds different property, like greed, hatred, delusion, lust, anger, vengeance, unknown, jealousy, stress, guilt, shame, anxiety, for example. All of it is a black, dark sphere, like a black hole. But we call these different dark spheres differently by what's inside of it. We call it according to the property. Now, Samma Arahang is a name. It's a name of a property. It means a monk who have practiced well, practice diligently, practice to be free, far and away from all impurity, from all defilements and sorrow, in all defilements, impurity, and sorrow. Sammarahang is the name of a property. That property is a monk who practice well, practice diligently, practice for the purpose to be free, far and away from all defilements and sorrow. The form that this property takes is a form of a crystal Buddha that is embedded, surrounded itself inside a crystal ball. Outside crystal ball, inside rests the crystal Buddha. Whenever we utter their name of the crystal Buddha inside the crystal ball, they will appear right in our mind, in the center of our mind. Who are they? Who is Samma Arahant? Samma Arahant. And that crystal Buddha is our true self. It is the face behind the good nature. It is the enlightened body, and it is our true self. They are, uh, they are not the same form. They are the utmost of wisdom, capability, purity, and compassion. Once we utter their name, they appear in our mind and the center of our body. Once they do, they will take our elements, our body and mind, which are the feeling, perception, mental formation, consciousness, fire element, water element, earth element, wind element, space element, consciousness, heart and soul. Bring all of these elements to clean them, cleanse them, purify them, fix them, improve them, upgrade them to be purer, higher quality, ridding it of impurities, defilements, sorrow, sadness. Not only that, but they expand themselves to fuse and merge together with ourselves. But why? Why does Samarahang, inner Dhammakaya, inner Buddha, have to do this? Because they are our true self. They are the one with utmost wisdom, utmost purity, meaning utmost capability, utmost compassion. Whenever they arises, they know completely, entirely of what to do, how to do them, what to fix, what to upgrade, what to add in, what to take out. And because they have utmost purity, they are all powerful, able to accomplish what is needed to be accomplished. And finally, they are utmost compassionate, and they are our true self too. They know that the human body cannot do this. That's why they had to do it for us. They only have one wish, is to fuse and merge themselves with ourselves. Why? The more they can become one with us, the more they are able to help, aid, support, protect, take care, look after us, so that they can do that at the maximum of their capability for maximum fruit and benefit for ourselves. They wish to be one with us. We, after we know this, we also wish to be one with them too. And we will use the same principle, the same method as actresses does, which is to dawn the feeling. Whenever actors and actresses want to become someone, some role, some character, they have to dawn the feeling of that someone, that character, that role. When they do so, the thinking and the emotion, the demeanor, behavior of that character appear in their mind. Once it appears in their mind is their tool to know. Whatever thought, emotion, demeanor appear in their mind, the actor, actresses then can mimic and play out what is in their mind, able to play every character that they are paid to play. We will use the same technique by dawning the feeling and become one with the crystal Dhammakaya, the inner Buddha, dawning the feeling that I am the Buddha is me. I am the Buddha is me. I am the Buddha is me. Make our entire body become the crystal clear Dhammaka body. All mind is the element of success. Whatever you specify the mind to do, the mind accomplishes those tasks for you. Make it a reality. The crown of our head is the crystal clear head. The crown of our head is the crystal clear crown of the crystal Dhammaka body. The shiny, bright lotus on top. That's our face. It's also a face of the crystal Dhammaka body. With the eyes closed softly and gently, and a gentle smile on our face. That is soft, and that is shiny, bright, clear, cooling, clean, and pure. All the way down both our arms to the tips of our fingers, all as the crystal clear Dhammaka body, our chest, back, stomach, all is also crystal clear Dhammakaya body that is bright, clear, clean, cooling, clean and pure. Our hips and thighs, knees, calves, all the way down to the sole of our feet and the tips of our toes is the same as the crystal Dhammaka body, as bright, clear, cooling, clean and pure. Our whole body is soft, tender, soothing, bright, clean, pure. I am the Buddha. The Buddha is me. I am the Buddha. The Buddha is me. I am the Buddha. The Buddha is me. Let us fuse and merge ourselves with the inner Dhammakaya, inner crystal Buddha, that appear and emerges one after the other. Fuse and merge together with our body. I am the Buddha. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Every time we utter Samma Arahang, we utter their name. The crystal Dhammaka, the crystal Buddha, emerges from the center of our mind and center of our body. From that small speck of light, expand and fuse together with our physical body one after the other. I am, and we dawn the feeling to fuse together with them. I am the Buddha. The Buddha is me. I am the Buddha. The Buddha is me. I am the Buddha. The Buddha is me. They have fused and merged together, our body and the Buddha body as one, and fuse and merge together our mind with the Buddha's mind. But before we do that, we need to know first the inner enlightened body, the inner Buddha, the center of our body, what are they doing? They are purifying and liberating through meditation by bringing the mind to a stop to a still. So we will also be doing the same as them by bringing our mind to a stop to a still. Inside the center of the Buddha, stop within stop in stillness. coming to a stop, to a still. Stop within and stop. Still in stillness. And center of the Buddha that's emerging one after the other continuously. Still within still. Stop within and stop. To the center of the center. Center of the center. Center of the Buddhas emerging one after the other. At the center of our mind, at the center of our body. To the center of the center. Don't go left, don't go right. Don't go up, don't go down, don't go front, don't go back. Only at the center of the center. Stop and still our mind. Center of the center of the Buddhas that emerging one after the other. Never ending. Refusing to become one as us. And as they emerges, we then stop in their center. In their center, in the center of our mind, our body. Stop and still, and we send our mind direct on the middle way within, directly to the path of enlightenment and most of Dhamma. When our mind heads straight on that path, the middle way, the inner middle way, straight toward enlightenment and most of Dhamma. Send our mind there. Then stop our mind, stop and still our mind in a soft, in a soft, relaxing, light and comfortable way. Stop within, stop. Still in stillness. To the center, the center, center, the center. And once we have brought value and benefit into our lives through intending to mean awareness, to allow once we have done great benefit for ourselves by intending to mean awareness, to allow the state of awareness to stream in the good energy to power and run the good system, purifying our elements, liberating to a refined dimension continuously, shifting the proportion of the good nature to increase it and decrease the proportion of the bad nature. You then take the remaining time to bring one benefit to others, humanity, everyone, every being, by utilizing the tools of the good nature, the tools of the good nature specifically to help and support everyone, every being, called love and kindness, which is which can arise in our mind easily and simply when we have a wish, a genuine, honest intention and wish for ourselves, humanity, everyone, every being, to be free from their pain and suffering, to be happy. But this state of mind have many qualities. That's why our great master, Long Pu, had advised his student to bring in the loving kindness of a mother that she have toward her newborn child, young infant, as well as unconditional, utmost of best and well wishes for their child up in our mind. This is a very powerful state of loving kindness. For that, this state of loving kindness, even the life of the mother, she can give it up to her child, utmost love and genuine wishes. So once we bring the mind of a mother, the loving kindness of her that she have for her newborn young children up into our mind, we will then expand our mind that filled with loving kindness, expand it far and wide to cover the whole residence and the home that we're living in. No matter wherever the mind expands to, the loving kindness, which relies, which can only live inside the confine of the mind, will expand wherever the mind expands to. The brightness of our loving kindness inside the mind will illuminate and cleanse every molecule in the environment, in the area, inside your mind, including everyone, every being, all furnitures and things. Cleanse them free from impurities, anger, and vengeance, as well as the heart and mind of everyone, every being as well. We then continue to expand our mind and feel with love and kindness, expand it further and wider to the whole village, further the whole community, town and city, the whole sub-district that we're in, the entire district, the entire province, other provinces across the nation, other neighboring countries, uh, other nations around the world. Expand our mind to cover the whole planet, turning this planet into a bright, crystal clear, cooling, clean, and pure world. And our loving kindness inside our mind illuminates every every molecule, particle of the whole world, cleansing out the impurities, nasty vengeance and anger inside the heart and soul of everyone, every being. May we wish everyone, every being, humanity, to be free from all pain and suffering, to be happy. And for those who are suffering a lot, may they suffer a lot less. For those who are suffering a little, may they be free from their suffering. May they be happy. For those with little happiness, may they have plenty more. And for those with plenty of happiness already, may they be happier than ever before. Including all our father and mother, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, partner, niece, nephew, cousins, grandparents, aunt, uncle, our ancestors, loved ones that passed away, our benefactors, guardian, teachers, masters, including all the earth spirit, wind spirit, sky spirit, all the angels in all realms of heaven, all the Brahma and Arupa Brahmas, all the hell beings, hungry ghosts, monsters, animals. May everyone, every being be free from all of their pain and suffering. May they be happy. For those suffering a lot, may they suffer a lot less. For those suffering a little, may they be free from their suffering. May they be happy. For those with little happiness, may they have plenty. And for those with plenty of happiness already, may they be happier than ever before. May they expand our mind with this wholesome, genuine, loving kindness and well wishes, far and wide to cover countless of planets and stars across this Milky Way, tens of hundreds, thousands, millions of stars and planets, expand them further and wider toward uncounted stars and toward other galaxies throughout all the realms and universes beyond. May our mind be vast, open, spacious, clear, cooling, clean, pure, soft, tender, refreshing. May all being be free from suffering, be happy. The stream of good energy is still flowing inwards, accumulating inside of us from the bright sphere of love and kindness. Immeasurably, we'll be taking this time to also share the merits that we all have diligently been accumulating this session to equally, evenly be upon our loved one, family, friends, teachers, masters, as well as all the angels that take care, look after us, all the guardian, all those who we have hurt and trespassed, all those who have hurt us and seek vengeance against us. May we all forgive one another. May they all receive part of this merit thoroughly, equally. Everyone, every being. May they all be free from their pain and suffering. Be happy. Now we will then take this time to stop and still our mind within the stream of good energy, within the brightness, the purity, and the happiness of the good energy, soaking ourselves in the stream of good energy, of the purity. Stop and still when the Buddhas that's emerging one after the other. Stop and still in the center of the Buddha gem. Stop and still our mind in the center of the Dhamma gem. Stop and still our mind in the center of the Sangha gem. We now in the center of the triple gem of our true self. Stop and still the center of the most refined crystal Dhammaka body of Hluang Pu Sotjantasaro. Stop and still our mind in the most refined Dhammaka body of Hluang Po Dhammachayo. Stop and still our mind inside the most refined Dhammaka body of both Great Master Nun, Kunya Ajahn, Maharatana, Ubasikan Chan Kolok Yu, and Kunya Ajahn Thong Suk Sumdang Pan. It is utmost important and necessary for us to stop and still and to fuse and merge to become one with our true self, the triple gem, as well as our great teachers and masters. For that, we will gain the familiarity and not be far away from them because they are utmost bring us utmost of very benefit in our life. The inner triple gem, which is our inner true good nature, all day, all night, never stop, never cease, never back down, never slow down in purifying and eradicating our elements to be clean, pure, and bright, cleansing out the impurities as well as problem obstacle in our life, so that the impurities that will cause the suffering that tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, in the future, will be gone. Will be gone. We will not face them. They never stop. No matter what we're doing, awake or asleep, they never stop. Our great and teachers and masters does the same too. As we are their student, they take care, look after us, supervise and govern to make sure that all of our practices, all the wholesome and good nature that good activities that we done will bear maximum fruit for maximum benefit. Even when we share love and kindness, they make sure that our love and kindness will be utmost and as impactful as possible, bringing value and benefit to everyone, every being thoroughly. When we think about our great teachers and masters, they appear bright in our center as we appear bright in their centers. Both we and them appear bright in the center of all the Buddhas, all the silent Buddhas, and all the Arahant enlightened beings. Meaning, we appear bright in the center of all the all-powerful, all-knowing ones. Uncountable number of them in the Nirvana, not 10, not 100, not 1,000, not millions, not trillion, but infinity upon infinity upon infinity of infinities of all the great, all-knowing, all-powerful ones that have purified themselves to the utmost of wisdom, utmost of purity, utmost of compassion, able to escape from the cycle of existence. Even though they passed long ago, but they did not leave us completely, still residing in Ayatana Nibbana. Bring all the being in their center and to protect against the bad nature that will bring the Grim Reaper to detach their soul from their body and imprison them in the lower realms. Anyone, any being who conduct themselves with wholesomeness, that's universal, regardless if they're Buddhist or non-Buddhist, regardless if they have religion or have no religion, as long as they have wholesomeness in their mind, conducting wholesomeness that are universal. The triple gem will be bright in their center. The good energy from Nibbana will stream into their mind, increasing the proportion of good nature, decreasing the bad nature, all everyone equally. Therefore, are just like us at this very moment. Now that we are in the center of this great being, we'll take this auspicious occasion to make a resolution for ourselves, so that on our wholesome path in accumulating mercy and perfection, from this moment onward, be filled with purity, coupled with knowledge and happiness, as well as success and fulfillment in all things wholesome, beautiful. May we ask for merits, virtue, radiance, power, strength, right authority, supreme absolute force of all the Buddhas, all the silent Buddhas, and all the Arahants, as well as merit and perfection of หลวงปู่หลวงพ่อ Kunya Ajahn, our great teachers and masters, and combined with the merit and perfection that we all have diligently been accumulating ever since the very first lifetime, throughout every lifetime up until now. May all these merit and perfection all combine together, come together to be sacred and holy, have power, strength, right authority, supreme absolute force, compound and multiply immeasurably, to purify our thoughts, speech, action, all of our elements, feeling, perception, mental formation, consciousness, fire, water, earth, wind, air, space, heart and soul, to be free from all the impurities, defilement, sorrow, suffering, for our mind and body to be clean, clear, pure, and bright, for our life to be free from all problem and obstacle. May it also cleanse away all the bad karma, bad energy, all the misfortune, sacred bad sacred bad energy karma from Mara, as well as all the greed, hatred, delusion, lust, unknown, wrong view, ego, craving, clinging, becoming complete entirely. May we have the eye of wisdom, able to attain thoroughly in Dhammaka knowledge, complete with threefold knowledge, eightfold knowledge, six supernatural powers, four analytical knowledge, eight liberation, and 15 modes of conduct completely entirely. May we have good health, long life, longevity, strength to accumulate merit and perfection for us our life until we reach our destination. May we have unwavering, undepleting passion, motivation, hope in accumulating merit and perfection, and to head straight on the path toward utmost of Dhamma and enlightenment. No matter where we travel to, may we have utmost of luck, be met with only love, care, safety, hospitality, wholesomeness, with the loved ones of every humans and angels, everywhere we travel to, every place we step foot to. May of our travels through air, through land, through sky. Be easy, simple, convenient, safe. Um, no matter where we travel to, may our wisdom sphere be clear, bright, and pure, utterly, completely, able to understand the Dhamma of the Buddha as completely understand Dhamma of the Buddha as well as thorough in Dhammaka knowledge. May of our endeavors, project, businesses, education, activities are wholesome, beautiful. May be simple, convenient, prosperous, successful. May it be free from all problem and obstacle. May their fruit be beyond our dreams, imagination, estimation, beyond what it could possibly be. May we have immeasurable undipping wealth and resources, always in time to conduct greater acts of kindness and generosity. Once we have them, may we not be stingy. Bring all those resources and resources and wealth to conduct the greatest acts of kindness and generosity until the rest of our life. Once our time to bid farewell from this world, may we be reborn in the forces of heaven in the Bodhisattva in the special community. Once our time to be born again, may we be reborn in loving, caring, kind, wholesome family, a right view family, the Mega family, Crystal family, an example family the whole world, complete with utmost of physical treasures, mental treasure, material treasure, people treasure, happiness, wealth, ranking, title, precision, recognition, Dhammaka, knowledge, and Nibbana. Enlightenment may we be born with a sacred, holy, powerful, good energy, able to recollect our past life, the moment that we're young, and born together with a crystal clear, pure, bright Dhammaka body inside the center of our body. May we have immaculate wisdom, able to study, understand thoroughly, completely of the Dhammaka knowledge, study them with Hluang Pu, Hluangพ่อ คุณยาย อาจารย์ ever since we enter our life, true in accordance with reality. May all the bad karma, bad energy, unwholesome virtues, demerit that have been accumulating ever since the very first lifetime, throughout my lifetime up until now. May all these demerits and unwholesomeness, may all of them all never catch up to us. May all of them have no opportunity to bear fruit, and may all of them be forever forgiven. May we no longer conduct unwholesomeness in our thoughts, speech, action from this very moment onward. May all the good energy, good karma, wholesome virtues, merit, and perfection that we religion and kingdom thus far all come together to bear fruit with sacredness, holiness, with power, strength, right, our souls, and aspect force. From this very moment onward, endlessly, that it consistent until we reach utmost of Dhamma. May every single one of our wholesome aspiration, resolution, they all come true, be reality, bear fruit. From this very moment onward until we reach utmost of Dhamma. With immeasurable capabilities for all the Buddhas, all the silent Buddhas, all the Arahants, and of Nibbana, may every single one of our wholesome aspiration and resolution all come true. สัพเพพุทธาภลปัตตาปเจกานันจะยังพลังอาระหันตานันจติเชนาระคังพันธามิสัพพโสเตียธรัตถาสุขิตาวิรุณาพุทธศาสเนอโลคาสุขิตาโหทะสหสัพพีหิยาติภิสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัพพธัมมานุภาเวนะสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสัทธาโสธีภะวันตุเตสาธุ May we slowly and gently open up our eyes. All right, everyone must be asleep now. Carmen and Marcus. So thank you everyone for joining. Good night, everyone. Take care. Bye bye. Nearly asleep.